Howdy YouTube, Kyle Fergusson here. This is going to be a rundown of the balance patch from March 2nd, 2021. Since this is just balance summation, make sure you read the patch in full for the individual details. By the way, I'm going to be ignoring any of the OP bugs that have been released with this patch because they've all been fixed in previous patches by the end of the week. I expect Blizzard will do the same here, so let's talk about how this patch is going to influence your game going forward in the shortest time possible. Diablo got a pretty big nerf to his main sustain healing talents, Feast on Fear and Life Leech. They also buffed Hellfire at 13, meaning that W build Diablo might be the best right now. Mal'Ganis received a health buff and a damage buff, and any damage for Mal'Ganis means that he does more healing and sustains himself better. Mal'Ganis still has his fundamental draft problems and is very weak to knockbacks and most CC, so time will only tell if this can even get him playing in the first place. Muradin is Muradin. He's fine. Block is now a lot better though, because it no longer fades over time. This does mean there's a little bit of silliness as Muradin will be jumping inside the base or jumping when not even seen by the enemy team in order to stack up some block that he can use in a future team fight. Tyrael got a very cool light rework with some awesome tools to his Archangel's Wrath. Killing Tyrael isn't always the best idea, now it's not a good idea for team fights. But they also nerfed his main slow talent, which means Tyrael is now a slightly worse tank, but due to certain talent buffs is now slightly better in the off lane, maybe even able to double soak. Probably not something you're going to see in Storm League a lot still. We're not really in an Artanis meta right now, but should auto attacks become the premier way to damage again, Artanis may come back. And when he does, he now has increased lane clear with bonus damage on his Blade Dash and a better level 7 with Solarite Reaper. Hogger got a slight damage nerf to Hog Wild. Ultimately, his problems lie with his base kit being powerful, not necessarily his damage. If they keep nerfing his damage, we just won't see Hogger. So it's a puzzle for a future day. Ragnaros got a buff to his hard-to-play Q build, compared to Blast Wave. So a better overall Ragnaros is now available. Alexstrasza also received a buff to her hard-to-play Q build, which is mainly a buff to coordinate environments where Alexstrasza can get out on the map and grab her flower talent. Oh, Lily. Lily's kind of a big deal. She got a tiny bit of CC on her wins in the form of a 15% slow. Her Serpent Sidekick talents got a lot better. They even buffed her cleanse. This is looking like a Lily who's going to be really good at double support. She already was. Lucio, it is technically a Lucio buff. Malfurion's kind of a big deal for a number of reasons. First of all, he got his level 1 and level 4 talents swapped, so he can now start stacking his quests sooner. He also got an amazing level 1 talent where heroes fall asleep after the root duration. This also works if the root is soft cleansed off. Sleeps are a guaranteed 0.5 second stun, and this is going to enable a lot of kills for a Malfurion team. He still has this base problem where he really can't heal through burst though. Whitemane got her auto attack build buffed. Damage equals healing, even more excuse for double support going forward. Illidan is Illidan. He has to get all the way to 10 in the late game in order to really do anything. Swapping around his level 4 and level 7 talents aren't really going to do much for the guy. The Chromie nerf was very smart. It didn't completely destroy the hero, but it caused her to have more mana issues going forward, which means Chromies just have to play smarter. Falstad also got a light rework where they baked in Boomerang. This gives Falstad some level 1 lane clear, which is kind of a big deal. They also got rid of Wingman, where he would fly across the map and bribe your stuff, steal your mercenary camps. So with that gone, Falstad might be played as a more reliable auto attacker, or at least an assassin who shows up for team fights. As of right now, the W build is the main build to go because it trades just so well in all those small skirmishes that happen in Storm League. This build is even better than it was before. Phoenix is Phoenix. People who play Phoenix will keep playing Phoenix. The main thing here to look out for is that they added a brand new shiny Armageddon Beam at level 20, the first Planet Cracker upgrade they've given to that level 10 talent. With Mephisto, they're trying to improve the Skull Missile build, but since they increased the baseline missile speed and reduced the delay on cast, Mephisto is just going to be better in general. And finally, there is a buff of sorts to Tracer for those who are good enough to make use of all her ins and outs. There is less pulse bomb generation on her melee, her W, but you will now deal more damage with her pulse bombs, as well as a bunch of other goodies spread out throughout the talent tree, particularly if you're really good at is that a health pack and managing your wells. And now we have here at a glance the buffs and nerfs from the March 2nd patch. What did y'all think of the patch? Did it provide some good content? Are you excited to try anything? Are you upset? Did you lose any heroes you like playing? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ring that bell. And of course, I'll see you soon with more Heroes of the Storm content.